My name is Chris Manning. I'm a plumber with TPS Plumbing. I'm at 722 Elmwood in the city of Orange. Right now my camera is down a 2-inch roof vent going through all the cast iron in the house, through the main trunk, tying into the clay out in front of the house, which leads through if you're facing the house, the left side of the bay window on the left side of the house, which I've marked with orange upside down paint. We travel from the cast iron to clay connection. It's about 62 feet to the city sewer. Right here, the camera right now is looking into the city sewer. Right here. Okay, so this joint that we're looking at right now is the first joint that the homeowner is responsible for in the city of Orange. It's the first where your lateral ties into the city sewer Y, which is basically a T. Okay, so we can see there's a little bit of an offset there, but nothing, not a big deal. As we come back, we're rolling into it, and there's a few little roots on the top of that pipe there. That joint looked all right. That joint looked okay. There's some little baby roots coming in on the top of that one there. It's up at like 12 o'clock on the screen. Little bit of roots coming in there. Nothing major. Keep pulling back towards the house. Okay. That joint looks okay. Okay, now right here what we're looking at, that's what's called an offset. So the pipe is like, being moved the opposite direction from the other one. So where the joints kind of lock up, they're supposed to, you can see the face of the thickness of that pipe, the far pipe, it's become offset from the wall thickness, the face of the near side pipe. So that's what we call an offset. That is offset on the top more so than the bottom. The bottom looks like it's intact, so a lot of times that offset will be on the bottom, and it will be like a dam that the sewage has to flow over. This joint has on the bottom there, it has a little crack running along the bottom. But there's nothing growing into it right there, and it's offset also. There's a test Y right there. So I bet we're at the curb right now. And I bet you, let me just see, this might transition to 6-inch. Yeah, so right there, the sewer's transitioning from 4-inch to 6-inch as we pass this Y. That Y right there. So it goes from 4 to 6. So it was 35 feet of 6-inch. Okay. As we pull back, more offset. So now the bottom of the pipe is up on the top of the screen. It kind of, my camera rolled around. Okay, so now we start getting, as we get closer to the house, we start kind of having more issues with, you can see here, with the roots growing in, and there you can see the pipe's broken on the left side of the screen. That's not a joint right there, that's just broken pipe all the way around. And then there's a fracture running along the bottom of the pipe too. Right there. Now this is a joint. And there are roots growing in there. You can see on that whole corner right there. They're kind of coming in and on both sides right there on the top. Coming back. Okay, more sort of roots penetrating into the line. Yeah, there's a separation there, and they're getting in there. Okay, and now we see like this is what's called like a root ball, and see how it's growing along the side of the pipe? Along there. All coming in from that separation and that live offset right there, kind of getting bigger. And here's another one growing down the side of the pipe. It's kind of hard to see, but it's on a turn right here. Right there. See all those roots right there? And watch everything just kind of collapse on the top of the screen. It kind of oozes and then kind of... So all right here... Yeah, well, that's really bad right there. And then look at all this. Okay. So now we're in the cast iron. Okay. So this is your transition from cast iron to clay. And look at I guess it's at 11 o'clock. See that puddle of water that's being held there, or sewage. And then look at how all of this buildup on the cast iron. Like this pipe is supposed to be round, and it looks like a cavern. Look at this. So all of that buildup, all of that hard steel buildup that a cable will not get rid of. Look at that, was a round, perfect pipe. Like if you look down and all of this buildup. So this is all in really, really poor condition. The cast iron. As we pull back. Yeah, all of this cast iron is pretty poor. Yeah, I mean, that's a tie-in right there. And it's almost covered over. See, what happens is the pipe is rough like that, you end up getting stuff like sticks to it, and then the next thing that gets flushed down sticks to that, and then you kind of build up, and that's when you get soft stoppages. A lot of times you don't even know you have them, because the pressure, once it builds up, it kind of blows everything through. And that's your sewer. That's it. This is me coming up the vent. Okay? So 75 and 50, basically 75 of clay and 50 of cast iron.